What is up, YouTube? It's Andrew here from Heroic Play, and I got for you our first tactical video. I titled this Open Bar Tactics mainly because all this stuff you can get for free from Steamforged Games as of now. With the resurrection of Guild Ball, the models I'm showing you today, and the reason I am doing this tactical video is to help not only the new people in my community, but the new people that you yourselves might be getting in your community as well. Now, the fact that print on demand takes a little bit of time to get, I think we should be teaching the newer players on the Masons and the Brewers Kickoff, just so we can wet their whistle. And while I'm on that topic, because I'm a Brewers player, I'm gonna be getting that old Jakes, and let me just woo. There we go, that's a good sound. Hold up. Oh, that's beautiful. +2 influence. Oh, shoot. Whoops. Anyway, the team that I am going with, because Steamforged Games was so gracious to give us that STL file, and not only the STL file, they gave us Lucky. God dang! You used to have to go to an event for that. So my squad is going to be Scrum. Well, I should probably put it over here. Scum, Hooper, Tapper, Spigot, Lucky, and Friday. Now, this is a great team. I think this is actually an A-tier team. You can learn a lot about the game with this. You can learn a ton about the game with this, actually. And I think having Friday in here, I know she's considered the second worst squaddie, apparently, to people, but for me, I had a great discussion with some of the people on Discord, in Steamforged Games community Discord the other night, and the topic was brought up. Sometimes having the ability to do something, such as a 20-inch goal threat, is just as scary as doing the act itself. And I was playing against Morticians the other day, and Friday was really kind of giving that pressure. The Mort player really tried to mess with Friday so she couldn't get that goal, and in turn allowed my other pieces to do great things. So now that we've got that out the way, we're gonna go with when you're kicking. If you win the roll-off, you should kick. Why? Because you control the scrum. And let me get a drink real quick. Hold up. Now, influence allocation. We're gonna give Scum 2. We're gonna give Hoop 1 because we can old Jake some later. We're gonna put Tapper here. And again, this is the middle of the board. So Scum on the left, Hooper right next to Tapper. Tapper in the middle because we want him to have threat over all of this. Spig right next to Tapper, Lucky right next to Spig, and Friday next to Lucky. Now this can change a little bit, but you mostly want it in the middle of the scrum. You control the middle of the board, you're in a really good spot. Now, you can either kick with Lucky or Scum, depending on what you're playing against. 9 times out of 10, I want to say kick with Lucky because he has more ability to threaten the ball, to push a dodge someone, etc., etc. Now, Lucky actually is a 6-inch move. Apparently, that changed on his card with the community card, I think. Yep, 6-inch move. We're gonna go ahead and walk him 6. Whoop. We're gonna put this ball right on the line, just like that. Boom, easy. We're gonna get our scatter out, and we're gonna make sure it's accurate. It probably is. Oh wow, screamer accurate, actually. And you're gonna hope for either a 1 or a 6. It's okay if you get something else. If you get 2 through 5, your range roll, the distance the ball goes, needs to be 3 or lower. So we're gonna go see direction. 2, that's okay. The further, the deeper it is to 3 and 4, because those are going like this, those vectors are worse for the higher the number you get. 2 is like 1 and 6 are best, 2 and 5 second best, 3 and 4 worst. Distance. We got 4, so I think that's not terrible because you're still within Tapper's threat range. But if we could, let's say, get a 1, 3, again, I'm playing with the dice here, but it's kind of like 50-50 chances here. You're going like right there. I mean, come on, bro. I might have measured that wrong. I wasn't really paying attention, but Lucky is threatening this ball. They have to do something with this ball right there. And because you were kicking and you don't have initiative, Lucky gets a free influence, which is why he's getting this special marker right here. And most importantly, you get the momentum. So now that we've gotten a really good setup, what is our plan? Well, bring a hostage or the ball. Now, your opponent will most likely, and again, most likely, do one of three things. They will either, for some reason, leave the ball here, which would be crazy. Not likely to happen. 2, they would send someone over and kick it, pass it to one of their friends, and then this is where the other option comes in. They'll either leave this model here, or they will give and go. But for this case, we're going to say they left this model here. What do? Well, you can do the times called open, which is, right now, Tapper can't threaten this model. But with times called, right, you have the momentum for it. Tapper goes to a 9-inch walk. Oh, shoot, Tapper actually does threaten the model. He doesn't threaten it base, but if you have times called, your threat range goes all the way out here. And I normally don't bring out the measuring tape, people, but I'm gonna bring it out this time as we're talking about tactics. So right here, you're threatening this model, right? Lucky even threatens this model. Now you can go with the times called open because that just gives you more options. It also gives you the ability to see what your opponent does. When you're doing that open, you want to make sure that everybody is within 4. So get Spigot up as far as possible without blocking this charge lane. And you want Scum in there too, so something along the lines of that. And you're good. Now your opponent has to do something. And if this model is still here, Tapper can go in. They got problems, right? So again, remember, bring a hostage or the ball, right? Times called open, or you can do a stall cat and attack. Now, what does that mean, right? Let's say we don't get happy fun times. This person actually dodged back. They're not within Tapper's threat range. We did the times called open. Now, we can either use Lucky to attack, or we can use the stall cat. What that means is we just need to push this person into this threat range. Now, the cat's threat is absolutely insane. So is Lucky's. And in fact, we're going to do that with Lucky right now. You can go for the charge. Let's say it's a 3-1 mini. You're going to try and get the knockdown, which is statistical on that, because he's got attack of 5. He's rolling 4 extra dice on a 3-1 mini. You just need 4 successes. We got it easy peasy here. I don't know if you can see that. You can go for a knockdown, and then you have 2 more chances to go for that push dodge on a 2-3 mini, or a 2-1 mini. Pretty easy, right? Boom, push dodge. Do it again. Push dodge. Oh wait, actually, we'll just futz that around. Push dodge. If that don't work, we got the cat to bring them that extra, like, little bit there, because the cat has Shadow-like, right, and is a base speed of 8. So if we go, right, let's say she's over here, that's 8 inches. You actually have a threat of 10, because you could charge 10, but you also have that Shadow-like too, and you have an inch of melee range. So 10 inches plus Shadow-like plus the melee range. And of course, you have not just the charge, but you have the furious attack, which will also gain you precious momentum. We're going to say Lucky gave you 2 momentum. If you need, the cat can push in, but just in this case, we're going to say Lucky was able to do it. And now she's in the murder zone, right? You could decide whether you want to have Lucky scoot back here with raising the stakes, but stay in the crowd out. Now that she's within Tapper's range, Tapper battery people. So spend one of these to give old Jakes. I love these tokens. They're little, actually, hold on. They're little beer tokens. Come on, man. Old Jakes. Speaking of old Jakes, I'm gonna take some myself. God dang. We're gonna charge. If this character is knocked down, you don't necessarily need to pay for times called. If this character, it's really hard to get that times called off, you just pay the 2 for times called. Plain and simple. Wow, sorry. Commanding aura. My apologies. If you can get the commanding aura off the charge, beautiful, lovely, fantastic. Most likely you're gonna wrap, which would get you that 2, because think about it, right? This is a 2-1 model. Tap a base is 6 plus 4 dice plus 1 for the crowd out. Looking for 2s. Ooh, got a handful of 1s. That's actually times called in either a KD or damage, or if I rolled a little better, a double push, right? So that's your options. If you can't get the times called off the charge, just, oh my god, I said times called again. Sorry. Commanding aura. Commanding aura. I apologize. If you can't get the commanding aura off the charge, just pay the 2 influence for it, people. And of course, you're gonna try and push this girl, well, within 1 of Lucky, but now Hooper has a charge range, right? So now, after the Tapper battery, which would have given you probably 1 or 2 more momentum. I don't even have enough momentum to count this. I've already lost track. Too much old Jakes. It's a Brewers thing, I swear. Hooper kill. Or, again, we can hostage. Sometimes, not killing a model is more powerful than killing a model. And you might ask, why is that, Andrew, from Heroic Play? That's because it denies them in activation next turn. And you will net 2 momentum, 1 from doing the damage and 1 from getting the kill. If you're winning the mom race, why do you need to kill this model? You do not need to kill this model. You see what I mean? If Hooper goes in, just push him around, knock him down, I don't know, do whatever you need to do. The cat goes in, you see how the scrum is set up, people? Finally, if you don't need to kill that model, Friday, goal threats. If they somehow get a goal off because they're feeling that pressure, they're feeling like they're in the cooker, right? Toss the ball over here with 2 influence and times called. Friday can walk. Oh shoot, god dang it. She can shadow like, right? Oh my god, that's not even a 10. Shadow like and walk is this, right? Say we're just gonna avoid this character over here. I shoot better after a beer. We can even take it further. Boom, goal threat. 4 VP. Like that. Next turn, kill a model. 6 VP. Like that. And look where this person is. Right within tap in time. So that's what I would recommend. Especially, you see the flexibility here? If Spigot can get up to within protected Friday, 5-1. 5 defense, 1 armor. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Please make sure Spigot, to the best of his abilities, stays within Friday and the rest of the boys. But once the scrum's established, you don't really need times called as much as you would think. But you see how fast that happened? Like that, turn 1, boom. We're going to reset and we're going to talk about, now, Andrew from Heroic Play, what would you do if you are receiving? What if someone watched this video and said, I'm not going to let someone use the open bar tactic? Well, let's reset. You see, I already got the background music playing. If I didn't, I would be humming right now. I'd be doing something like, Oh, there's Lucky. All right. What are we gonna do? Homeboy throws a ball at us and leaves it in our court. What are we to do? All right. Now let's say they throw it wide. Retrieve with Lucky, Friday, or Scum. Let's get over here, Scum. It's possible. Your influence allocation actually stays the same. 2 on Friday in case she needs to receive or threaten a goal. 2 on Scum for the same reason. 3 on Lucky, again, for the same reason. 4 on Tap in case you have a commanding or a charge. 1 on the Hoop to threaten the old Jakes. So, if they shoot it wide over here, Lucky actually can get this, right? If they shoot it wide over here, Scum can actually get this, right? For sake of argument, where I'm not going to go through the 15,000 different scenarios like Doctor Strange, I'm just going to say Lucky gets the ball. We're not going to kick it to Friday. And you're saying, what? Why? Don't worry about it. We're not going to kick it to Friday, guys. We're not going to kick it to Friday. We're going to say it took 1 to sprint. We're going to say, 1 to sprint, get the ball. I'm going to shoot to Spig. All right? That gets us our momentum. 3-6 kick. Spigot now has the momentum, right? You can either use the ball to push up or time's called. If this person who kicked off to you is within tap-in time, you can kick the ball to Tapper, and you can give and go and move him up 4. And now he's within tap-in time. If that don't happen, we give it to the Spig, and we're gonna have Spig drop it to Tapper. We're gonna have Spig do happy times called things. Fantastic, right? Again, we want to save our cruise missile to the very end, right? Now Tapper has options here, right? Tapper can pass it to Hooper, right? Move Hooper up. Let's say that's what we're doing here. We have the times called, right? Or if I'm within tap-in time, I can pass to Hoop, push up 4, charge, shabam. We might be able to get the commanding aura. If not, we can pay for it. Oh, finally, I finally said commanding aura correctly. We can pay for it and sprint up, right? We're just gonna try and get our old Jakes off because we got the pass. We're gonna give it to Hoops, and hopefully we can push this model here. Something along those lines, of course. Again, I'm not Doctor Strange. I can't see the 1 million options here, people. I'm just saying these are the options. You then can give it to Scum. You don't need to threaten a kick. You can just drop it. Hooper goes up, right? Because this is the next part. Either use ball to push up or time's called. We did that. Save momentum, people. We need as much momentum as possible so we can win top of turn 2, so we can do happy fun times. Woo! Right? So we're going to generate momentum. You can even have our little boy go like this. Drop the ball, get a charge off, happy fun times, right? You're gonna probably wrap. You got ferocious, cool beans. Friday got the ball, right? Fish for KO, a knockout. Oh, whoops. Hold up, sorry. Whoop, okay. Try and win momentum race. Fish for KO or a hostage or goal, right? In this case, we're going to fish for the goal. We saw happy fun times before. What Friday can do under times called and 2 influence. Fantastic. Boom. We have received. Now I'm going to talk about some philosophies here. Anti-draft and flex. Now, what does that mean, Andrew? Let me get a drink first before I talk about this. I think when you're learning a guild, or you're learning a skill, or whatever, you shouldn't overload yourself. Whether it be weightlifting, or, learning to dance, or whatever, we can think of the thousands of possibilities. You can do swing dancing, you can do the tango, but I think you should master one dance. Or I'll give you another option. Let's say you're a lumberjack. A lumberjack needs his tools. He's gonna need an axe. You're gonna need a chainsaw. But why are we giving the lumberjack a Toyota Tacoma? Granted, you could use a Toyota Tacoma to carry the wood, but you're not running your Toyota Tacoma into the tree. And here's the dealio. You should get used to doing your job. You should not worry about what other people's jobs are. You should do your job. And you should do it well. And if you do your job so well, other people will worry more about you than you will worry about them. And I think you do that for 10 to 15 games. Yes, 10 to 15. Trust me, this game can be anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to 30 minutes. You can get that in very quickly. After that, you can either flex play some other stuff, or you can start drafting against your weaknesses. Let's say for me, my silver bullet, Falconers. I'll admit it. Falconers give me the runaround. They do. And I bet you I can flex some things or draft some things to counter that. And I'll work on that. And I am working on that. However, until you get so good with your models that you know all the options, that you know Hooper can smash shins and save you a game, that Friday can dirty knives and win you a scrum, or kill a model that none of your boys can reach, or that Scum could make a goal. He actually threatens the goal insanely if he's got bonus time and a momentum. The fact that you can win the momentum race with a lot of the models that people don't expect. That Spigot's a goal threat. That Tapper is a goal threat. He's got that reach, he's got a tackle, he's got 3-6. Once you know your models inside and out, left and right, up and down, then you can start flexing other things. And now you might be asking me, Andrew, I love Brewers, or I love Masons, I love whatever. I want to expand, and please do. We need to show Steamforged games that we love this game. And how would I expand from this? What would I recommend? What would I recommend be competitive? We're going to bring Quaff in. Scum, fantastic. But Quaff is just a little more optimized for doing what we need. Get as much momentum as possible and push people into the scrum, getting tack from Love Creature so we can wrap and get more momentum, or bag of Quaffas. Now, I love Lucky. Lucky's fantastic. Love the lore, love the mini. I think Pint Pot or Veteran Decimate does his job better, in the fact that they're more optimized in doing the one thing I need them to do. Pint Pot, smash his face, is very influence efficient. Veteran Decimate can, push people more easily, does the double push and the dodge with the Duelist Lunge more easily than Lucky does. Again, Lucky, fantastic, love them. But I think Veteran Decimate or Pint Pot are just more optimized in doing one thing instead of doing everything decently. You see what I mean? So, personally, I'm putting Pint Pot here. This is my 6. This has been my 6 since 2017 or 2019. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Tapper, Spigot, Friday, Pint Pot, Quaff, Hooper. That's been my 6 for a long time, people. And I'm telling you, you can win games with that 6. All right? You can win games with the open bar tactics that I've told you about. Right? And I'm going to get a little philosophical while I'm sipping on my old Jakes. I'm just happy that our favorite game is back. Right? I think we all are. I think we're all happy that our favorite game is back. And I was at the local comic store this weekend, and I saw something beautiful. I saw old friends. I saw new friends. I saw 8 people playing Guild Ball. And then we taught 3 more people how to play. We helped them find, where to get old minis, or how to get the print on demand stuff, or where to get the STL. I saw my friends selling guilds, whole guilds, people, in entire orders, painted order guild for cheap, so that we could get people in this game. And that's what Steamforged needs to see. They need to see that we want to grow so that they can grow. And that's why I'm doing all this. So thank you for watching, and I hope this helped. Have a good one.